You ever notice how whenever America hits a crisis point, there's always some polished think tank blueprint ready to go, like it's been waiting on the shelf for years? That's exactly what Project Esther is. It's the Heritage Foundation's playbook, dropped in October 2024, dressed up as a national strategy to combat antisemitism. Sounds noble, right? But when you open the hood, it's less about fighting hate and way more about silencing dissent, especially if that dissent is pro-Palestinian, progressive, or even just questioning US foreign policy. Instead of targeting the actual people chanting Nazi slogans, carrying tiki torches, or flooding the internet with far-right anti-Semitic garbage, Esther points its guns at students, non-profits, professors, and everyday folks marching for a ceasefire. They literally brand this whole coalition the Hamas Support Network. That's the trick: use the scariest label possible. Then you can justify anything. Visa revocations, campus crackdowns, defunding student groups, RICO lawsuits against non-profits. They even talk about dismantling this so-called network within 12 to 24 months. Like it's a military op, not democracy. And here's the kicker: we're already watching it bleed into reality. Trump's administration started revoking student visas for activists. Universities are being pressured to gut Middle Eastern studies programs. Protesters are facing deportations. Sound familiar? That's not coincidence. It's Project Esther in motion. This isn't about Jewish safety. Most of the authors weren't Jewish. It's Christian nationalist operators, hijacking Jewish trauma to justify censorship. Groups like Jewish Voice for Peace and the Diaspora Alliance have been screaming about this. They're saying, this doesn't protect Jews, it weaponizes us. It turns us into props for authoritarian control. Meanwhile, actual anti-Semitic violence from white supremacists gets shrugged off because it doesn't fit the political script. So what does this mean for us millennials, Gen Z, anyone paying attention? It means your constitutional rights are on the chopping block under the banner of security. It means if you raise your voice for human rights, you might be smeared as a terrorist sympathizer. It means the government is experimenting with how far it can go in criminalizing thought and protest. And if they can make it stick with Palestine, they'll apply the template everywhere: climate protests, labor strikes, reproductive rights marches. Project Esther is less about Israel or Palestine than it is about power. Who gets to define truth? Who gets to protest? And who gets erased? And unless we push back, they'll succeed in normalizing the idea that dissent is a crime. So yeah, don't be fooled by the biblical name or the glossy anti-hate branding. Esther is a blueprint for repression, and the longer we stay quiet, the more it becomes the law of the land.